G'day. Got a project from work. One of the girls wanted a belt. Took her measurements the other day, and she wants a belt 36 inches long to go around her waist. And I found a couple of offcuts of belt strap, which have had a bit of embossing on them. Unfortunately though, they don't quite make the 36 individually. So together though, they definitely make up to 40 inches. So I've had to try and work out a way of joining them together. So what I've sort of thought about is overlapping them and taking pieces out. I've used basically a scriber here, which is basically takes down the thickness, tapers it out, and I've done that on both sides. Just basically running it through, and so it takes, you know, the full thickness of the belt and takes it down to putting them together about the same thickness there. It's going to have a bit of a lump in it, and it's going to look pretty ugly, but as I said, it's just a project for my friend at work, so I'm going to try and see if I can do that. I'm thinking, obviously we're going to have to glue those together, and I've got some little Diamenti studs, very similar to the ones here on this cat collar. So little Diamenti studs that go through. So I'm thinking I can actually, she said she wanted bling, so if I put a couple of rows of Diamentis in there, and then as you can probably see, the pattern itself, I'm not sure if you can see there very much of that light behind it, is actually flowers. And I thought, well, in the centre of each of the flowers I could actually put a little Diamenti as well. So there's a bling. I went and bought some buckles and things the other day, and the guy there actually threw in some free ones, I thought, which would be ideal for this, because these also have a bit of a flower on it. But looking at them, they're slightly too thin for the leather I'm using. I'm going to have to cut them down. So what I'm thinking of doing at the moment is cutting down on the pattern. There's an edge either side, cutting out so that the majority of the belt is the right thickness, and then each end it'll taper down to go through the buckle. Again, a little bit more interest in the belt, and I get to use the free buckles. So that's what I'm going to try and do now. Bit of a guessing, so I'm going to actually start with the end that actually folds over and actually holds the buckle, and I'm thinking, you know, if I take it back to, you know, probably about a centimetre or half an inch to an inch, and all the way down, that will fold over nicely. So that's what I'm going to try to do at the moment. Stanley knife or the cutter. I'm thinking the Stanley knife's going to be easier. I'll just mark off and just take those edges off and see if it works. So there goes nothing. Pick a spot. And try and pick the same spot on the other side. So it doesn't seem to really affect the pattern very much, and then hopefully that's gonna fit through. Actually, still doesn't fit as well as it could, so I can probably take a little bit more down. Probably needs to be with my little ruler. Probably 1 inch and 1/8 basically. So these are what at the moment. Yeah, probably about 2/32 of an inch, or 2 millimeters. A bit too wide, so I might take a little bit more off each side. And now that I haven't got the track, I'm going to probably use the edge of that ruler so it's nice and straight. And on the other side, about the same. Rough as guts really, but okay. We're getting there. Maybe a slight bit more. I suppose a blind man would be pleased to see that. Looks alrightish. Now on the bend there, somewhere here, I'll get a little slot cutter. Basically takes the slot out so the little tongue can actually go through. Alright, so find the centre. Give it a bash. A little off centre, but rough is as rough is. Okay. Do the clean up. And hopefully one fairly snug belt buckle. Obviously needs a bit more refining, but you get the idea. And then on the other end, I just need to work out how much of this belt's going to go through that part of the buckle and shimmy down the side as well. Probably take more care with that one because that's the one that's going to actually have to look nice. So I'll have a play with that now and see what happens. Right, we're back. I was going through my little box of tricks before and I found these. Forgot I had them. Basically they're Perspex blank for making strap ends, and I noticed that this one is the perfect size for that buckle. So what they're for basically is to put them down on the strap and just stencil out so that it's, find the center. There we go. And then I can just draw around the edges. It gives me a nice mark that I can cut around and makes it pretty much equidistant for that belt. Getting out my leather shears and let's see if we can cut into that. Have a look. Your uncle. So there we go. So that should fit nicely. Oops. Through the belt. There we go. Obviously it's left a bit of a rough edge, so we can fix that up a little. Somewhere here. I have a little edger. Basically, just run along, takes just the edge off of the sharp edge, rounds it off. And the other side. I'll probably do both sides, the inside as well. And then, use a bit of a rounded edge, we'll use what's called a slicker. Which is basically just a bit of wood. Smooth bit of wood with different grooves in it for different parts of, so you can actually smooth the edges off. I always find it's best if you wet it slightly. And basically the friction of rubbing it backwards and forwards just polishes the end up. So and sort of leaves it fairly smooth. Got a smooth edge there. So I did it all the way around just to smooth that off. Just run your finger there. The edge there too. Down the other side. Good enough. So there's both ends of my belt. First end, I've squabbed that off. I'll use these two tools and clean up these edges again with that. Maybe not as much as this end because most of it is actually going to be under the belt anyway. But it would be nice to have that smoothed off, not just a sharp edge. And so the next part of that is somehow getting those stuck together. As I said, a bit of glue. I'm thinking what I'll do, she actually wanted a blue belt, so I'm probably going to just paint this blue. I did a bit of experiment before. Painted a bit of belt strap, and I've gone over with one of the antiquing gels and just see if it would take into the grooves and things. And it has sort of. I might use a darker one. But it ends up with a nice effect, and with all the flowers and things there, the blue will be on the top, and hopefully all this rough undersurface there will pick up a bit more of the antiquing gel and give it a nice effect. So that's it for now. I haven't got any of the glue that I like using, so that'll be probably tomorrow night. So tonight I'm just going to finish cleaning that up. Cleaning up the edges here a bit because they're a little bit rough. And as I said, tomorrow I'll probably glue them together, colour them up, and go from there. Okay.